All right, good Wednesday afternoon, everyone. Uh, the last round of freezing rain and maybe a little bit of sleet on the very northern parts of this um, coming into the area this afternoon, into tonight, into tomorrow as you go east. Here's the latest watches and warnings. Dark purple is ice storm warnings all the way through Texas here, through southeastern Oklahoma, and through most of southern half of Arkansas, going up towards far eastern Arkansas, through eastern Tennessee, northwestern part of Mississippi. The light blue is winter weather advisories, and the pink is winter storm warnings for this area. Also, one more thing, I want make sure you hit that thumbs up, like button. Tell me where you're from, and if you haven't subscribed to this page, subscribe. It's free. Hit that all button as well to get notifications every time we post content on YouTube. All right, so. With all that being said, let's go over. I'm gonna try to go over this a lot quicker today, so because a lot of you are probably at work and stuff. So I'm gonna go over models. Models have not handled this system at all. I think the precip shield will be larger than what's depicted. Um, on the other hand, we have dry air at the low and mid levels coming in out of the north. So the northern extent of the precip shield is in question as well. So a lot of things to go over. So let's get to it. All right, I've had a lot of questions on why are we in the 20s, low 20s, getting freezing rain, sleet. Why aren't we getting snow? My app says snow. It's snowing, but it's really raining. It's freezing raining outside. Well, first off, your apps, the radar on those apps, the algorithms are all messed up, so it can't uh, defer where freezing rain, sleet, and snow is actually happening. It does a decent job, but it doesn't do great. Now, a lot of your apps are computer driven. They're not updated by a human, and the temperatures have been all over the place. Okay, so some of the temperatures from 3 days ago, for example, like Memphis, you're supposed to be in the mid 40s throughout the low mid 40s throughout most of this event, and no ice at all. So it goes off one model, updates every 6 hours, and the models are always way too warm with shallow Arctic air. They can't handle this type of pattern at all. With that being said, so this is good depiction of what actually happens. So basically, um, when you get rain, it starts out as snow, gets to that warm nose layer that comes in, changes it to rain. Now if you're above freezing all the way to the surface, that's why you have this yellow orangey area here of above freezing air. All the way to the surface, that's rain. Now, when you get that shallow Arctic air coming in, and you have warm nose of air going above it, it starts out as snow, starts to melt into raindrops, and then it hits that freezing air at the surface and freezes on anything that's exposed. Um, Power lines, trees, cars, roads, etc. Okay. Now, once you get to that, when the warm nose is less thick, you get the and more above freezing air above the surface. It starts out as snow. It melts to rain, but then as it hits that freezing air, it has a longer time to that raindrop to freeze up basically into ice balls, or what I keep thinking of is Dippin' Dots. Okay, so and then that goes to the ground. That's why you have sleet accumulations out there that will mess up the roads in a hurry as well. Now, when you don't have the warm nose coming in over this Arctic air, you have the depth of the cold is 32 degrees or below from the ground all the way through the column to the cloud level. You have snow that'll reach all the way down to the surface. All right, here's a look at the latest high-res HRRR showing showing basically what's happening right now. But the precipitation is more filled in. Like I said, all these models have been underdoing on the precip shield across the area. So timestamp is over here. This is Wednesday at 11 a.m. Of course, this is the latest model run of the HRRR. So the new one's coming out here shortly. Comes out every hour or so. So we have this ongoing this morning across southern Arkansas, Devar, northern parts of Mississippi. Freezing rain keeps on going. And here comes the next wave coming in through Texas this afternoon, coming up through central Arkansas. You see rain up here in Oklahoma. That is not going to be rain. That's going to be freezing rain. So if you see any of this up here, that is not depicting it right. That's going to be freezing rain. So this is 7 o'clock tonight. Here's 8, 9, 10. A lot of this down here is not going to be rain. I'm just telling you. All this is going to be freezing rain through central Arkansas up towards northeast Arkansas. And then it's going to start spreading back into eastern parts of Tennessee as we go late tonight. So Memphis, you're under the gun again for another wave. And then we got to get rid of all this back here, move it through early tomorrow morning, and then we're finally gonna clear this. So we got all this to go. This only goes out right now until the 15th hour out of 18. So we still have all this to move through the area as well. Like I said, the northern extent is in question because of dry air at the low and mid levels working into the region up here, especially northern Arkansas, parts of Oklahoma. So we're going to have to play the wait and see game on how far north this precip goes. But I think the precip shield will be a lot larger than this. Models have been underdoing on precip and overdoing temperatures. So what it needs to be the other way around. So like I said, wait and see, basically northern Arkansas into parts of northern Oklahoma, far southern Missouri. They're under winter weather advisories up here, but if trends keep holding, they might get cut back some. But like I said, I think the precip shield will be a lot larger than what you're seeing here. And now I'm going to go over. This is what I'll just show you real quick what HRRR is thinking on ice. This is, like I said, this is not even all the way out to the end of the period here. This is only through 1 a.m. tomorrow. Quarter to half inch possible back here through Texas, getting close to Fort Worth. It's got Dallas about a quarter inch. Through central Arkansas over towards Memphis, tenth of an inch. This, like I said, this is far from over. This model only goes out to, this is a 16Z model, so it only goes out to the hour 15 out of 18. So you're going to get a lot more accumulation out there. Through central Arkansas, quarter to half inch, and it's bleeding down to southern Arkansas as well. Where this is right here, there's nothing here. That is not going to be accurate. There's going to be some freezing rain through here. There's ice storm warnings through here. So I do not buy this at all. So like I said, models have been trending. They will always trend way warmer when we have shallow Arctic air at the surface. Okay. So, for example, like I said yesterday, Northwest Arkansas. I believe a lot of models had the highs between 35 to 40 degrees in Northwest Arkansas yesterday. The models depicted that for highs. The actual high temperatures were in the mid 20s. That's how bad these models have been. So that's something to keep in mind too once we go into further events. And I've been beating on the drum since Friday to not pay attention to those apps, that it's going to come in a lot colder and faster, and you're going to be dealing with an ice storm. And some people wrote that off because you were in the oh, my app says it's 45. It's going to be 45, 40 to 45 throughout the whole event. We're not going to get anything. Well, then here we are. We're going to have some more icing coming through that same area. All right, so here is my latest thinking at the moment. Like I said, models have been totally garbage. I'm using a lot of experience here from seeing these overriding patterns. Like I said, they've underdone the precip shield and overdoing temperatures. Like I said, the northern extent of this is in question. I left southern tier counties out in Missouri and a little bit farther northern Arkansas out of the accumulations, because there's still a big question how far north this comes, because if the precip does come, it's going to have to saturate the mid and low levels because of that dry air working in, so you can get precip at the surface. Okay, so that being said, I think this far north central Arkansas down through parts of western Tennessee, far or like parts of Oklahoma as well. I think a glaze to another 1/10 of an inch. This is additional ice accumulations on top of what you already have. Okay, this is not total. This is additional ice accumulations through tomorrow for this area. Okay, so go from Memphis to right around Little Rock, Conway to Fort Smith, down towards Abilene, Texas, around to just the southwest of Dallas, Waco area, up towards the Ouachitas of Arkansas. I think a 1/10 to a 1/4 inch or more is possible in those areas. And then get to the purple here. I think another 1/4 to a 1/2 inch possible just around and south of Little Rock, down towards Pine Bluff, going towards Mena, down through this northwest side of Dallas, and then back towards Fort Worth, and then southwest of there. I think a 1/4 to 1/2 an inch plus on top. This is on top of what you already have for additional ice accumulations. Okay, this is on top of what you already have on the ground, on your trees, power lines, etc. Okay. All right, here's the latest power outages for the United States, basically. So this is off of poweroutage.us. Texas is getting absolutely hammered. Customers out in Texas now is 284,000 people out of Texas. So like I said, Texas, 284,000 people out of power. So let's zoom in here. You can see where all that pretty heavy freezing rain has happened out here in the east. Some counties that are really hard hit. Robertson County, 5,100. Milam County, 3,500. 4,750 in Leon. 2,400 in Freestone County. Get up here towards Smith County, 22,000 people are out of power here. Get out here towards Travis County, 148,000 people are out of power in Travis County. That is crazy amount. And trying to hit some higher notes, like so 7,600 here in Henderson County. Go up here towards Hopkins County, 3,200. Red River, 793. So then all the way out here, even Tyler County, 1,000 people out of power. Then out here towards the west, Culbertson County, 192 people out. But the big player here is Travis County here. Travis and Williamson County down here in Texas, 148,000 people out of power in just that one county in Texas. All right, go to Arkansas. We have 2,200 people out of power here. Calhoun County, 502. Dallas County, 318. Get up here towards just west of Memphis, 600 people out in Creighton County. St. Francis County, 157 out there. Other than that, Oklahoma, you have 393 out. Louisiana, 7,000 out in Louisiana. Up here towards Tennessee, there's 1,600. And in Mississippi, there's 1,400 people out. And it's mostly where that ice is happening up here in northwestern parts of the state. Quitman County, 537 out. Panola, 210. Here towards Tate County, 208. Got here towards Holmes, there's 56. So this one says 1,700 people out in Mississippi. So Texas has been absolutely just crushed by this storm so far, and they just keep getting hammered with freezing rain. Now, all this freezing rain, like I said, is going to come up through our Arkansas and Tennessee again with those additional amounts. Let me go back to that map real quick. Alrighty, so let's go over this one more time. So like I said, pink area is glazed to 1/10 of an inch. Like I said, the northern extent of this is in question because of the mid and lower level dry air that's trying to work into the area from the north. So if you don't get any, count your lucky stars on that. So get to darker pink, 1/10 to 1/4 inch of ice, maybe more. Basically from Memphis down through Little Rock to Fort Smith area, down to Dallas, Waco, Texas. 1/10 to another 1/4 inch of ice is possible. Then you get to the purple areas. That's another 1/4 to 1/2 an inch possible on top of what you already have that's accumulated. Okay, this is additional ice accumulations on top of what you have through tomorrow. Okay, so basically that's the latest that I have for you. I want to keep this pretty brief. I know a lot of roads out there through Oklahoma, Arkansas, southern Missouri, Tennessee, Texas are just absolutely garbage. So if you don't need to get out, then please don't, because you may find yourself into a situation if you hit an ice patch or you're going too fast and hit some ice on bridges, overpasses, etc. You might be finding yourself down to a ditch somewhere, which will not be good. Okay, so be careful out there if you have to get out. This is going to be the last round that comes through. And then this weekend, we'll finally start warming up and get some of this stuff melted. And we probably will be going into a warming trend as we go in through next week. All right. So there's hope in sight. We just got to get through the next 24 hours or so. And like I said, Texas has taken a brutal hit on power outages with over 240,000 people out of 240,000 customers out of power in Texas. Have a great day, everyone. Please stay safe out on the roads. Like I said, the roads are pretty rough shape still, as snow is easy to clear off the roads, but once you get sleet and ice on the roads, can't really do nothing with it except really just start pounding it down with a bunch of ice or a bunch of salt. And if your area doesn't have those kind of materials, the roads are going to stay pretty junky, pretty trashy for a little bit. All right, so stay safe and have a great day.